Welcome to the Daniel Stee Podcast. Among other things, I'm an Apple developer. I have an app on the App Store called Song Chef. It lets anyone write a great song, even if you can't sing. It's like spoken word karaoke. You don't have to sing it, you just have to mean it. Well, it's been a year since I last worked on the app. I was rusty on my coding skills, thought I needed to get a new computer to be able to run the latest software to code fast enough. Thought this was going to be painful and slow to remember how to write code, bring my computer, my software up to date. Because each year, Apple releases a new version of the operating system and the programming language, Swift. And I use Xcode. So I did it. I got it done. I submitted the new version to Apple last week, and Apple accepted it just in time. Because last week, for those of you who are not programmers and Apple buffs who pay attention to everything Apple does the moment they announce it, last week Apple announced the release for beta testing of Xcode and the Mac OS version 26. That's right. We go from version 16 to 26 next year, and the Mac version is going to be called Tahoe. If you're like me, you don't care. You don't want to update your computer operating system every time there's a new release. This time, it's different. There's a big reason to update as a programmer because they literally embed AI and ChatGPT directly into the programming software. Whether you're a programmer or not, keep listening, and as I get to the point. When I was an engineer, I was considered one of the top programmers at Motorola. My education is in rocket scientist. I'm an aerospace engineer and a semiconductor process engineer. I'm not a, quote, programmer by education. I've always been what's called a hacker. Hackers are those who find a way to solve problems, any problem. We dig how to solve a programming problem by reading books, going online and copying code on the internet, anything to make it work to get the program to run. And sometimes any programmer who has a job in the industry knows it could take an hour to a day, a week or two to solve one problem that drives you crazy. Enter this following year Xcode and Mac OS version 26. With them, piece of pie. Whereas I spent a year writing the first version of Song Chef, stay with me, non-programmers, I'll tell you where I'm going with this. This is not about programming. With the version to be released next year, as you write code, you can literally ask in the chat box, tell it what you want your program to do, and give me some sample code. And when you run your program, if there's a bug in the past, you get this long technical explanation. You have to research, figure out what does it even mean? Why is it failing? Let alone how to fix it. Now, you just ask for help. It'll give it to you, and with the press of the button, if you like what it gives you, you can fix it. It'll put it in there for you. Now to my point. In trying to understand all this, what's the latest and greatest, I watched a YouTube video of an expert programmer explaining all this, what's new, what it meant for those with jobs as a programmer. Will they be out of a job? Video presenter suggested that life could become tough for junior programmers, but not those with the higher level of expertise who knew the architecture and the structure and the methods of programming. True programmer would. They'd still be in a good job-wise position. It'll be not what you know about programming, rather who knows how to use AI. I disagree with the part about senior programmers having a better outlook versus junior ones based on they know structure and architecture better. Nonsense. It's that they have a job and that they're senior, kind of like airplane pilots. Because if everybody's equal, then the only thing it comes down to is how long you've been doing it and how long you've been at the company. I disagree with the part about knowing how to use AI. A lot of people think, learn how to use AI, then you'll have a better position. It's not about using AI. It's about critical thinking. Those who can think will survive. You see, contrary to fear and worry, AI is not going to replace smart people. It just makes things different. The coming of AI is no different than when computers were invented. People panicked over computers and jobs being lost, as if every problem in the universe would suddenly be solved by computers with no need for humans. Instead, if you've been around long enough, you remember when the question was, do you know how to use Microsoft Word? Can you use Excel? It was like fantastic if you could use Word, and then it was even super awesome if you knew how to use Excel because those were new. So your job today isn't at risk because of computers or AI. It's at risk if you don't continue to think and apply critical thinking to what you do. I never took a class in Excel, and yet I was the Excel expert. You just learn it. We call it hacking. Humans are the ultimate creators. We're the only creators other than God. And to stay on top, you just got to keep creating and thinking and solving problems creatively. Don't expect AI to do your job. Use it to do yours. Be the best thinker. I'm looking forward to using the new Xcode to write code faster. It'll allow me extra time to think about ways I can make my app better, add features, make it more user-friendly. Xcode's even going to help me with that. It's going to allow me to get my work done faster and move on to what's really important in life, spending time with family, friends, rock climbing, playing my guitar, having fun. What computers and AI really should be used for to make life funner, easier, more enjoyable. Thanks for listening. Till next time, I'm Daniel Stee.